Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are working as an IT support engineer or you are the person your office calls whenever someone asks, "Sir, which license should we buy?" This video is exactly for you. Microsoft has a lot of licenses. Business Basics, Standard Premium, E1, E3, E5, F1, F3 and now even E7. It's get confusing very fast. In this video, I will break down every major Microsoft 365 license in easy way. Let's get started. Before we go plan by plan, you need to understand that Microsoft licenses are divided in three families. Family 1 is business plans. These are basic, standard and premium. They are built for small and medium businesses and they are capped at 300 users per tenant. Once you cross 300 users, you cannot use business plan anymore. Family 2 is enterprise plans. These are E1, E3, E5 and the newer E7. There is no user cap here. These are built for larger organizations that need deeper security, compliance and device management. Family 3 is frontline plans. These are F1 and F3. These are built for shift workers, retail staff, factory floor employees, people who do not sit at the desk all day but still need basic access to teams and company information. Remember this one line: business is for small teams, enterprise is for scale and security depth, and frontline is for shift and field workers. Let's start from entry point. Business Basic is the lightweight paid license Microsoft sells for small businesses. It gives you web and mobile version of Office applications, Word, Excel and PowerPoint. You can use it in the browser or in your phone. It does not give you full desktop application. You still get full Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, and generous 1 TB of OneDrive storage per user. You also get Intra ID at no extra cost for basic identity management. This plan is best for small teams or businesses that mostly work from a browser and rarely need heavy desktop editing, retail shops, small seasonal businesses. The moment someone on your team says, "I cannot do this properly in the web version," that is your signal to move them up to Business Standard. Microsoft 365 Business Standard. Business Standard takes everything from basic and adds the full desktop version of Office. That means real Outlook, real Excel and real Word installed on your computer, working even without internet. This is the most popular plan among small and medium businesses because most employees eventually need offline access or advanced formulas in Excel that the web version cannot handle. It still does not include advanced device management or advanced threat protection. It is focused purely on productivity. Think of Business Standard as covering about 80% of a normal office worker's daily needs at a reasonable price. Microsoft 365 Business Premium. Business Premium is the top plan in the business family. And honestly, it packs in a surprising amount of value. It includes everything from Business Standard and adds 3 big security layers. First, Intune for device management, so you can control and secure company laptop and phones. Second, Microsoft Intra ID P1, which unlock conditional access policies, meaning you can block sign-ins from risky locations or require multi-factor authentication. Plus Defender for Office 365, Plan 1 for small security. Things like safe links and safe attachment. This plan is best for any small or medium businesses that take security seriously, but still has under 300 users. It is often cheaper than buying Intune, Defender and conditional access separately. Now let's talk about Office 365 E1. Now we step into the enterprise family. Office 365 E1 is the entry point. Here it is important not to confuse it with Business Basics. E1 gives you web and mobile Office applications, Exchange Online for business emails, Teams and SharePoint, but again, no full desktop application. The real reason companies pick E1 over Business Basic is the user limit. E1 has no cap at 300 users. So it works for larger organizations that only need lightweight access for certain user groups. A common real-world use case is large companies giving E1 to intern, contractors or light users while giving full E3 or E5 to their permanent staff. Microsoft 365 E3. Microsoft 365 E3 is often called the enterprise workhorse, and for good reason. It is the plan most mid-sized and large companies standardize on. E3 includes everything in Business Premium but remove the 300 user cap completely. On top of that, it adds a Windows 11 enterprise license, a 100 gigabyte Exchange mailbox, and up to 5 terabyte of OneDrive storage with auto expansion. For compliance, E3 brings in Microsoft Purview information protection, data loss prevention, and standard e-discovery, which lets legal teams search and hold data during investigation. E3 also include Entra ID Premium 1, so you get the same identity and conditional access feature as Business Premium just without any user limit. Simple rule, if a company needs full office, proper security basic and has more than 300 users or is planning for grow fast, that number E3 is usually the right starting point. Now let's talk about Microsoft 365 E5. E5 is the most complete and most expensive plan in the standard enterprise lineup. Think of it as E3 plus a full advanced security and analytics stack. On the security side, E5 adds Entra ID Premium P2, which unlocks privileged identity management and identity protection. It also upgrades you to Defender for Endpoint Plan 2 and Defender for Office 365 Plan 2, giving you automated investigation, threat hunting, and attack simulation training. E5 also includes Microsoft Sentinel integration for security monitoring, e-discovery premium, and insider risk management for serious compliance need, Power BI Pro for advanced reporting, and phone system with audio conferencing for team callings. Here is an important reality check. Industry data shows that a large percentage of E5 licenses are actually oversized. Companies assign E5 to executives or IT admin just based on their title, without checking if that person is actually uses the Defender for Endpoint or e-discovery. E5 should go to the genuine power users, executives, finance, and legal teams handling sensitive data. Regular staff rarely needs everything inside E5. Now let's talk about Microsoft 365 E7, the newer Frontier suite. This is a newer edition, so many admins are still not fully aware of it. Microsoft launched E7, also called for Frontier suite, as the new top tier above E5. E7 bundles everything in E5, plus Microsoft 365 Copilot, Agent 365 for managing AI agent, and the Microsoft Entra suite for advanced identity governance. This plan is built for organizations that are seriously committing to autonomous AI agents at scale, especially for heavily regulated industries like banking, healthcare, and government. For most mid-market companies in 2026, E7 is still ahead of their actual needs. A simple combination E5 plus a standalone Copilot license usually works out cheaper unless you are deploying AI agent widely. Now let's talk about Frontline plans F1 and F3. Not every employee sits at the desk. Frontline plans are built specifically for shift workers, retail associates, factory staff, and field service employees. F1 is the lightest license in the entire lineup. It gives basic web and mobile office apps for viewing and light editing, full Teams access, read-only SharePoint, and a small 2 terabyte Exchange mailbox. F1 is perfect for someone who just need to check their shift schedule, chat with their manager on Teams, and view company documents. They are not writing long reports or managing a full inbox. F3 steps it up. It adds proper Exchange Online email with a bigger mailbox, full SharePoint access, and Intune Plan 1 for device management. Now let's talk about F5 add-on and standalone plans. On top of F1 or F3, Microsoft also offers an F5 add-on. That is not a standalone plan. It requires a base F1 or F3 license first. F5 layers on security and compliance feature built for heavily regulated industries like healthcare, financial services, and government. Think advanced auditing and compliance control for frontline staff. Beyond businesses, enterprise, and frontline, Microsoft also sells standalone plans. Things like Exchange Online Plan 1 or Plan 2 by itself. These standalone plans are useful when a company already has Office installed through another agreement, and they only need to add email or a specific service on top. Now let's talk about where Copilot fits in. Copilot licensing confuses a lot of people, so let's simplify it into 3 levels. Level 1 is Copilot Chat. This is a lighter conversational AI chat built into Teams, Word, and Excel. It is rolling out broadly, so even business basics and even users get access to this over time. Level 2 is Copilot for Microsoft 365, the full add-on. This requires Business Standard, Business Premium, E3 or E5 as the base plan. It adds content generation, meeting summarize, and deep workplace intelligence directly inside your Office applications. Level 3 is Security Copilot, which is included at no extra cost only inside E5. It uses AI to analyze security event and speed up threats investigation for your security team. Copilot with a small group of 5 to 10 users for about 90 days before rolling it out company-wide. This helps prove real value before spending on every single user. How to choose the right license, the 80-15-5 rules. Here is a simple framework I personally use when advising on licensing. And you can use it too. It is called the 80-15-5 rule. 80% of your users are standard information workers. They need full office, email, and basic security. For them, E3 in enterprise or business premium in a smaller company is the right fit. 15% of your users are light users or shift workers. They mainly use Teams and SharePoint and do not need a full inbox for them. F1 or E3 makes far more sense and save a lot of cost. The remaining 5% are your power users, executive security analysts, compliance and legal teams. These are the people who actually benefit from E5 and now potentially E7 if AI agents are part of the roadmap. This single framework alone can save a mid-sized company thousands of dollars every month just by avoiding one-size-fits-all licensing. So that cover everything major Microsoft licenses you will encounter in the real world. Business basics, standard and premium for small businesses, E1, E3, E5 and E7 for enterprise scale, F1, F3 and F5 add-on for frontline staff. If this video helped clear up the confusion, please hit like and subscribe to the channel for more practical Microsoft 365 and Azure content. If you want, comment below which license your organization is using right now. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.